Sure.
I think it set a precedent.
We voted 12-0 to do this, so when we did it, we voted to take it from part to make it. Like the council voted on it 12-0. That's what sucks.
Hi.
So
How
now
are you
we
guys?
changed
Good,
our
are you?
mind.
Good.
Yeah, well, we didn't know that they
Let's
were gonna allow the neighbors to bid on it and put in a proposal.
Well, no, I think,
That's why
I
I
think the whole thing needs to be, I was glad I got to go out for the vote, but if it's for other people to purchase, but,
I was hoping the neighbors would vote, that's why I did. I didn't know that they were gonna not be able to turn in a proposal that we could vote on for a park.
when they did, but, I
She
mean,
said it wasn't legit. Karen
It's
Bird
not.
said it's not legit.
it's not, they
So-
might as well just leave it what it is. And Brian's one of my buddies, like, I'm just like, you're, like, if you think I'm not gonna vote for you to put a couple trees there. Like, it has to, like, the whole idea is how to develop, right? Like, that's the whole,
Yeah. Well, it can be
Couple
developed into a
trees.
park.
that would be fine, but a
Yeah.
couple shrubs and trees,
Right.
that's not what.
Tell them to step it up then. We'll tell, I know Ryan, tell them to step it up.
Yeah,
More than just
I-
trees. Get your neighbors to donate. Y'all, if you wanna keep it as green space, do something with it.
Don't they want curb and gutter and roads and stuff like that up here? I guess if they don't, again, I don't care, I
They
don't know what
don't,
they're,
they want
so.
it the way it is.
And here's the deal in America, when somebody buys the land next year and builds a house, that's life sucks, right?
But that's not what happened. They told them that that was gonna be green space and they'd buy this and this person had to donate 1.5 acres for green space and then people didn't change their mind. This is not the same.
True, no, so it comes back to the people, so that, I guess, the people, but I guess, so now it won't be developed as any,
Yeah.
I mean, and that's fine.
Kelly.
I'd rather be not developed at all than have enough, than do it half-assed.
So that person asked me to pull that.
All right, hey, listen,
Last week at, yeah.
our camera system's down today,
And then they
so I have you streaming from that camera.
saying that, you know.
So,
you know, what do you call
speak
it?
loud.
Concurrently.
You mean to,
Yeah.
oh,
Is
that the only thing for Ken today?
No, that's-
I didn't say it was in the.
I had an email, somebody said that the last meeting wasn't
I don't
till
enjoy your job.
Because I did what they asked.
So they logged in to
And
try
they
to
thought
watch
that
it,
meant
so.
I wasn't. They told me.
Yeah.
No, I'm still gonna vote, but
I mean, I don't know what they want to do when you can't collect the money, you can't collect the money.
And I said, you wanna come and win it anyway. It was 12-0, even if I voted how you wanted to, it was gonna be 11-1, so what are you talking about?
Oh, that's frustrating, Trudy.
oh, because people just want something to bitch about one.
And this is a
Somebody
low
to
person that
attack.
wasn't commissioner. They should know.
Who's that?
Mike's hot. Hot yet? They're not hot yet, are they?
Huh?
Mike's hot yet?
Mike's not right now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, don't ask me to do you a favor.
Trevor, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
See right over there by
You
the
just
pot
said don't
that,
ask her to do her a favor and then you
I know.
I meant that one.
Can you put the shade down?
Oh, okay. This one.
Oh, no, it's, the control panel right there.
Oh, yeah.
It'll knock that down a little bit.
How are you guys?
I just,
And then
What's that?
I was talking to him, and then Christine Moore wanted me to vote against the pride flag, and she got mad at me. And I said, you didn't even get up and speak, you were sitting right there. You didn't get up and speak, you came up to me and wanted me to be attacked for what you believe, not what I believe. Well, you can. I'm friendly with you, I get it.
Yeah, you guys are a tough job.
I love that one. I called about a quarter of my Facebook tweets. I will call the Butte-Silver Economic Development Committee meeting to order. Do we have microphones today, or?
I think they'll work in the room, but technically only thing that's working
That's
is,
the only thing picking up sound.
so you might be able to amplify your voice with the microphone, but
Okay.
I'm not sure if it'll do any good.
Gotcha.
I like your camera stand.
police.
You guys are high tech, like MacGyver.
At 3:30, we found out it wasn't working, so we had to like
Oh, no kidding.
get stuff put up.
You gotta make it work how you do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they totally MacGyvered it.
So if you are watching out there in TV land, the microphones inside are working, so you may hear a little bit, you may not as the night progresses, but bear with us, the IT department is pretty awesome, and they'll have things up and running next week, I'm sure, so tonight's meetings may be a little bit cattywampus, but it should be fixed next week, so bear with us for a little bit. I believe the first item on the agenda for today, and as usual, the only item on the agenda for today will be a report from ELDC by our one and only Kelly Sullivan. I will hand it over to you.
So tonight I didn't bring my usual monthly report. You probably saw on the regular agenda that I'm going to be talking tonight just about a few things we've had as highlights in the last year. And so I gave you this handout already. I'll be referring to it again a little later on this evening in the regular council meeting. But I just kind of wanted you all to take a little look through this. If you have any questions for me or any comments you want to make, I'm here to answer those. And then the back page of this, you all had asked me a while ago for the Anaconda Arco kind of a loan scenario, and so I brought that. And you can see there's not a whole lot going on out of that right now except for Praxis. Very last page though. I just, you had all asked to see this, so I wanted to bring this. I won't bring it every month because it doesn't change too much, but I'll bring it occasionally so you can have a little look at it. You can see on that top line those COVID-19 loans, and I referenced this the last time I came before council. The initial loan we gave out over $200,000, and it says here the new loan balance is $13,000 and some, and those were those couple of loans that we're writing off. So that was, actually we did pretty well on those considering.
Go ahead, Commissioner Healy.
I just wanted to ask, because since now people are wondering, do we normally get collateral? I understand that these were specific, loans, but do we normally then get collateral?
Yeah, with the regular business loan that we make, we always
So
get
people now,
collateral.
we get collateral.
Yes.
Everyone knows.
Yeah, these were quick loans to go out the door to help businesses that were in a bad spot during COVID, at the very beginning of COVID. They were meant to help our business owners in our community.
Thank you.
Yes.
Any other questions on these? Commissioner O'Neill? Commissioner Healy?
So, on the Praxis, we gave the gentleman until April as an extension, and we get to hear back from him.
Yes, so he's been traveling. He's coming before the BLDC board in July, and we'll probably bring him to council in August to talk about, and we'll kind of our loan committee will make a recommendation for what we want to do next, and then I'll bring that to council to see if the council is agreeable to whatever the LDC loan committee decides.
Thank you.
Yes.
Any other questions? It looks like all of these loans were made around, various times, a couple older ones, 1998.
Yeah, there are some that go back quite a long ways.
Mhm. And it looks like for the most part, most of them, the one that is concerning me on that one is the 98 one.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like the balance has changed at all.
Right, and so you might not remember, but we did talk about this once or twice. If you look out to the far right, since we began talking about this earlier this year at council, we have found a memo in that file that in 2019, our loan officer at the time brought a memo to the loan committee recommending that because almost 20 years had passed and the Continental Land Trust was no longer an entity, no longer any collateral left, that we consider that a grant. And that's what the loan committee decided in 2019.
Okay, so it's still on the books though?
That one is still on the books and will have to come off the books before this year is out.
Okay.
We don't is there any collateral left on that loan?
There's no collateral left.
Gotcha.
And I can't speak to any more of it, it's so long ago. I mean, it's 25 years ago, so I don't know anything more than what I'm telling you now, yeah. I wish there was more information on it, but,
Sure.
you know, players have changed over the years, and,
Gotcha.
yeah. And I'm not sure why we didn't write it off sooner, but we're going to do it this year.
Gotcha.
And then there's one here for Schoolworks.
Yeah, that's a
For
very,
30,000 with 1 cent left, marked
Yeah.
paid in full.
yeah, one
Just a-
balance, yeah, just a,
Bookkeeping there?
yeah, I think just an accounting.
I'm
Okay.
like, I'll give the penny, I'll tell you,
Yeah.
get it off the books.
So it was paid in full, that money doesn't go back into the loan again?
It does, yeah, that money goes back into loan out
Put
again.
a difference on it,
No, it goes back into the Anaconda ARPA
or
fund.
this is loan balance, 1 cent, so.
Nah.
That would be what's left on the loan. You pay it, I believe. Any other questions, comments? It's good to get that information. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And you're going to be covering the rest of this in the
Yeah, in the regular council
regular
meeting tonight.
meeting.
Yeah, so every July 1, our contract comes up for renewal for the amount of money that Butte-Silver shares with us financially to help our organization.
Perfect. Being as there's no other questions, oh, Commissioner Walker.
In the meeting, they said that there was no way to, to even put it on the credit report or, to report it. So do we have ways now that we will be able to if someone defaults on their loan?
We do, our new loan officer is working,
Our new loan officer is working with a company, I believe, out of Missoula to try to get all of that in place. That is something that has not been done in the past. I can't speak to why. It's something we've talked about now for a couple of years, and we're going to be getting something implemented. We're usually pretty secure in our collateral, and we have been on the loans that I've seen us do.
Yeah, because if not, then maybe people want to get it put in for a loan. So we get some credit, but don't pay it back.
No, I'm pretty sure that they do a good job of that. Their history has been outstanding. So I think this was just a very special situation. Commissioner O'Neill.
Thank you. I just wanted to comment, I mean, it does, so the BLBC, if they're, sometimes they're gonna lose money. It's just kind of how I'm not saying that that's how it should be, but it is, they're taking on higher, riskier things sometimes, so I guess if, I don't know, you gotta crack a few eggs to make it on. So it's unfortunate. I think that obviously that on that, wanted to learn anything, put guarantees or whatever on them. And at least with the guarantee rate, you can still follow back up for a little bit. Well, I guess what I was gonna say is if any help's needed too, I get that would be more willing to help on some of that stuff, because
Thank you.
for the public to know that it's, immediately seeing some of these entities, they're gonna make some bad loans, unfortunately.
Just so different than a bank might.
For sure, like there's, it does happen, it's happened. And, overall, it's really, it is, the percentage of it is probably not that as bad as we think.
We've had a couple of loans pay off recently as well. We've had a couple of good-sized loans, but we didn't know if we were going to be collecting on them. We weren't sure what was going to happen with those, and we were going to have to be, foreclosing on collateral, and happily they are paying off. Yeah, so we've had some good success stories recently.
I would, and so I don't know if you'd have the answer to it, maybe Commissioner O'Neill would, but when I look at the loans that were defaulted on, when you're making a high-risk loan without collateral, like these ones were, it looks like the default rate was just under 7%. How would that stack against a normal conventional loan as far as risk if you're making a loan like this? 7% loss doesn't seem all that bad to me. I'm not sure if I'm just a pessimist, or if either one of you can answer that question.
I think that you're correct. I mean, it's, I think that you obviously learning, I hate to say mistakes, but learning what we did during, and they were emergency loans, right? They were,
Exactly.
They took the 200,000, loaned it out really quickly. Now if that were to happen again, maybe you would do a couple things different, but the majority of them helped out. And we go on and say that the other monies that they made from the other loans, I don't, kind of help absorb something, but there's a risk to all of it. And something, a lot of the loans that the BLDC are doing, okay, the banks are in first position. They're doing some gap financing. They're doing the stuff to make the deals happen. So with that being said, you're going to get some ones that may fail. I mean, but then again, God only knows the percentages of the ones that haven't, but I know there's more success than there is failure in that. So, again, I'm not saying it's like this positive, great thing, but it's going to happen.
No, I remember talking to my uncle. He was in the banking business for years, and every so often he'd have to go out and repossess a car. And I look at the home loan prices a few years ago. You look at the automotive industry the last few years, they were, with cars being so expensive, with the chips and everything, used cars being skyrocketed, and now so many people being underwater on those vehicles. There's an awful lot of trouble in the banking industry with those defaults on auto loans and others. So when I see this, it doesn't really, sometimes it's just the cost of doing business. Any other comments, questions, or concerns? Seeing none, there is no other item on the agenda, but we will be going over the mill levy monies will be on the agenda later on in the evening in the regular meeting. So stay tuned for that if there's any discussion on those. And if nothing else, I'll take a motion for adjournment. Somebody needs to make a motion.
So
Make a motion.
Make a motion.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Anything on the question? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you all very much.